I need help to change my life. I can't find my purpose. This is a question a lot of us ask. And, well, we're saying it because we feel unsatisfied or dissatisfied. So let's get into it and investigate why we ask this question. Hi, I'm Jen Joseph, here to release your confidence. So I'm saying help. I need to change my life. I need to find my purpose. But what's really going on? Because there is an assumption that if I need to change what is current, that it's not working, it's not performing to a certain expectation. Well, here we go. It all starts with dissatisfaction, doesn't it? We find ourselves in a state of maybe confusion, maybe sorrow, maybe depression, maybe anguish even. We may be in a situation where we're feeling oppressed and think that, well, now is the time to make a change. But where do we point ourselves? What is the direction for this change? And what will we become if we're not what we are now? And do we know what we are now? This is a very pertinent question. Do we actually know who we are in this very moment? Because, for a lot of us, when we're saying help, we need change, we need to find our purpose, we've literally drifted along on a memory of something somebody said to us, or we've seen somebody do something and thought that was a good thing to follow. But how many people actually sat down and thought, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur, but is this sector the best sector for me to be in? It's the same with careers. In the late 90s, it was the .com. A lot of people went into IT, either into coding or selling IT or configuration, something. And it fell apart and people fell apart. What did they do next? The finance sector then was hit, and people would go into it because they could charge huge amounts of monies if you were really good. And then HR and care, and there's a cycle that goes around that people say, oh, that sector's working, I'll go into it. But what actually has been going on? Well, to start off with, there has been a phase of comparison. So I don't know what I want to do, so I'm going to look at the market, make a comparison, probably based on income or status, and say, right, that's what I'll go for. And we go for it until the bottom falls out. And then we get to the point of, help, I need to change my life. Or we get to a point of dissatisfaction and realize there is no fulfillment in what we've chosen. And now we're thinking, I need to find my purpose. So what is purpose? What does purpose actually look like? And is purpose the same as passion? I read somewhere recently that we should never follow our passion, because passion can expire, passion can fizzle out, a lot like anger. People think anger is a long-lasting thing, but it's not. It's an explosive emotion, and once it's exploded, the anger is dissipated, and then you need something else to sustain that state of outrage. And, this is something that we do to ourselves. We're thinking, I want a purpose, but I don't have a passion. Yeah, purpose and passion are not the same thing, although they do look similar. So passion will keep you engaged, it will keep you going, it will keep you interested. And if it's a genuine passion, time will elapse really, really quickly while you're involved in that thing. But is that thing productive? And this is where purpose comes in. Are you able to serve others using that passion? Because the key thing, and the key difference, I should say, between purpose and passion is the ability to serve others. Because a passion can be very, very selfish, but a purpose serves others. A purpose is a benevolent exercise of one's own character. A purpose ensures that it leaves a state better than it found it. A purpose leaves a legacy. It leaves a model, something that other people can replicate in order to achieve something better. If you're saying to me as a coach or to any other coach, help, I need to change my life, I need to find my passion, to start with an examination. Write it all down, everything about what you enjoy doing, why you enjoy doing it, what you feel like doing what you're doing. When you're talking to other people about this thing that you really enjoy doing, look at how you language it. Look at their reception of you when you're talking about it. Are they skeptical even, or are they engaged? You know, all of these things will add up. And at the end of the exercise of recording everything, if you can then start to do an assessment, and the assessment would be, does this serve or is this just for me? That will be the assessment criteria. Just ticking it off, serve, just for me. Now you've got your pros and your cons. Then you would look at your strengths. Where's my strength in this thing? Both for the serving and for the selfish act. Where are my strengths? Then you'd look at your weaknesses. Where are my weaknesses? Because this is a key thing. If we enjoy doing something, but we also are new at that thing, we haven't developed the skill as yet, we can often get turned off and not pursue it as a purpose because of the embarrassment factor of not being proficient, not being competent. But the only way we become proficient or competent is through constant repetition and practice, and evaluation, of course. Evaluating the quality of what we're putting out. Once you've done that exercise of the assessment, now comes the exercise of evaluation. Now we start to prioritize. Which one is going to be more fulfilling in the end in terms of delivering a service? Now, of course, if you have narcissistic tendencies or maybe psychopathic tendencies, serving others is really not something that's going to be high on your criteria. But nevertheless, you need to do it that way around so that you can find out for yourself whether you have a purpose or simply a passion. Having done all of that, what do you do next? How do you then bring that purpose to life so that you can change your life? My advice would be to get yourself a mentor, to somebody who will become a critical friend, who will walk you through a process of critically challenging you and probing to find out what is really going on with you, how you're proceeding in developing your proficiency. Because, you know, without that critical person, we can meander in a wilderness for years until we end up going through the dark night of the soul. Now, this is the point where we turn so far inward that we can literally destroy ourselves through our own criticism, because there is no one better at criticizing us than ourselves. But with a mentor, we're able to then take that critique and turn it outward and look at it in the light of day, measuring its value in terms of service. So, my friends, what I would ask you to do is, again, to take your notebook and start a period of reflection. Purpose or passion? Help. I need to change my life. When you do this exercise, you will begin to change your life. You will find your purpose, and you'll also find your passion. Your passion is just for you, but your purpose is to serve. This is Jen Joseph, releasing your confidence. Bye for now.